Hi, my name is Brent Dusing, and I'm here to tell you about The Journey of Moses. The Journey of Moses is a brand new Facebook game that has just been released. It's an adventure quest game that you can play with your friends on Facebook. It's a game about the story of Moses. Now, if you play Facebook games, you know there's a lot of different types of games you can play on Facebook. You can build cities, you can build farms, you can build armies, you can even fight zombies. But when we started to build this game, there were no games that were based on the Bible. We wanted to build a game that was fun and entertaining and engaging, that you could play with your friends and cooperate and help each other out, and also have a great quest adventure theme to it. But we also wanted to tell a great story based on the Bible. You know, I'm a Christian, and I'm a believer in having high quality products that Christians and people from all over the world, whether they're believers or not, can enjoy. We wanted to make a game that was fun to play, but that also told some things about Moses' walk of faith, because I think the story of Moses is a great example not only of God's love, but also the experience that somebody had and the evolution of their faith in God. You know, if you think about the Moses story, Moses starts out as essentially the grandson of the king of the world. He's the grandson of the Pharaoh. He would have everything his heart desires. And for some reason, he winds up in the slave pits, and he sees his fellow people, the Hebrews. He takes sympathy with them, and he winds up getting into a conflict with an Egyptian and kills him. And then he has to flee. And so Moses is then on the run, and he then spends almost 40 years in an oasis called Midian, where he winds up becoming a shepherd. So Moses goes from being almost on top of the world to living a life of anonymity and a much more humble life than he'd ever imagined. Then suddenly, when he's 80 years old, God calls him. He meets God at the burning bush, and God says, Moses, I'm going to use you to go rescue my people and to go speak for me. Now, what I find so interesting about the story is it's at that moment that Moses says, God, you don't understand. I'm not the right guy. And Moses gives God all of his reasons why Moses is not the right guy to do the job. Now, you think about God being all-powerful, God being omniscient, God knows everything, and God knows the future, and yet here's Moses standing in front of God's almighty presence telling God that Moses knows better, which in some ways is funny, but in some ways as believers, I think all of us do. I know personally there are many times in my life when I feel called by God to do things and to do God's will that I'll oftentimes interrupt it with my own. And so I think as believers, the story of Moses is instructive for all of us as a way that somebody who had relied on himself and had his own hang-ups and his own obstacles and his own internal self-doubts, where he eventually learned to trust God, and where, like in Philippians, it's said that I can do anything through Christ. I think that's an important lesson for all of us as believers that Moses really plays out, is that through God, Moses really was able to do almost anything, but he had to put his faith in God to do so. So I'd encourage you to play The Journey of Moses. We've built it to be a fun game. I think you'll enjoy the graphics and the story, and there's a lot of mysteries and quests and adventures you can go on with your friends. You can get your friends to help out and participate. We really hope you enjoy The Journey of Moses, whether you're a believer or you're not. It's a great story. You can share. I encourage you to share this story with all of your friends, no matter their walks of life. It's only a few days old, and we already have tens of thousands of people playing it, male, female, people of all ages. We have people from all over the world playing the game. So jump on Journey of Moses. You can go to your Facebook search bar, type in Journey of Moses on the search bar, and enjoy. We'd love to know what you think, and thank you so much. Bye.